Today I am going to make a video on chapter 4, the remaining portions. Okay, so we finished up to 4.2 about this bandwidth terminologies. Okay, now we go for 4.3, copper cabling. In the video, actually discuss about what type of cable we are using in our networks. Okay, which is the one best one, which one transmits more data faster than what is the which cable is more protected from interference or distortion or noise like that. Okay, so we start with the first one, copper cable is the most common type of cabling used in the network. Okay, why it is commonly used? Because it is inexpensive, yani less real. Okay, it is not expensive, yani the cost of implementing copper cable, making the cable for the network is very less. Easy to install. The method of installing copper cable is very installed. Just get the cable from, I told about this crimping and all, Mr. I think Isa went to a shop and he asked the technician to give a copper cable, okay, to cable LAN cable. Then he will see how it is done, crimping done, then the RJ45 connector connected, how the cables, this one, that pair is done, everything. So actually easy to install. Okay, and third one is low resistance to electric current. That means the current flow freely without any disturbance. These are three advantages of copper cable. Okay, so copper cable, the first advantage is more the common type of cabling used in network. Second one, it is inexpensive, less cost to buy, okay, or install, to implement, then easy to install with some tools, no? You can easily do that. Then low resistance to current means the current flows without any disturbance, okay, freely. Limitation, problems, or disadvantages of copper cable is attenuation. Attenuation means if you are using the copper cable for sending data in a longer distance, okay, the signal strength will get reduced. Okay, so we need to have some repeater or some device which will amplify the signal strength. So you should be using the copper cable for sending data in a smaller distance. You cannot send the data in a copper cable for a longer distance, maybe maximum 100 meters. If you're sending more than 100 meter, no, the data will not reach there. The signal strength will be gone. That is attenuation. That's one problem. Second one is the signal is vulnerable or susceptible or affected to interference or disturbance from two sources, like electromagnetic interference and radio frequency interference and crosstalk. Okay, what is that EMI, RFI, and crosstalk? I will show you. Okay, so first one is attenuation. The signal strength will be reduced or go down if you are sending the data in a longer distance using this copper cable. Second one is this is affected by interference or distortion, or what we say, the signal will change and it will be corrupted, and the data inside the cable will be changed, modified by using this interference. How this is happening, I'll show you that one picture in NetAcad. Okay, so just go to the NetAcad. So there is a picture. Let me show here copper cable inexpensive. See this one. This is a pure signal, digital signals here 1 0 1 1 0 0 1 0 0 1 1 0. This one type of encoding where 1 means high, 0 means low. Okay, and this is interference signal. Any another signal, maybe a radio frequency signal, a wireless signal in the same range. Okay, what it will happen? This signal will interfere or mixed with the digital signal, okay, combined or disturbing this one. Now what happens after this pure signal interfered with this noise signal? What happened? This signal will go like this. Okay, our digital signal will become like this. Now what happened? No, ones will become zero, zeros will become one. Sometimes the data is get corrupted. So what happens? See, when the computer reads the data, it will become 1 0 1 1. Okay, 0 0 1 0. Next is 0, but here because of the interfered noise signal, what happens? 0 becomes 1. Okay, so this is how the data gets corrupted. This is called as interference. Okay, when another radio frequency signal, electromagnetic signal in the same range is added with the digital signal mixed, what happens? The data get corrupted. 1 becomes 0, 0 becomes 1. That is one method, one way of distorting the signal. Another one is crosstalk. Crosstalk yani when two people, sorry, when two people are talking in telephone, okay, so you can hear, so if you are talking in land phone, okay, you can hear the other person communicating, so you can hear the other person talking in your phone. This is called as crosstalk. Okay, how it is happening is when two wires are in parallel, okay, so what happens, electric current go through one cable, okay, it generates magnetic field that will be shared into the other line, other cable. So what happens, the data from here will be shared into the other cable also. That's why the crosstalk happens. How these two things are the main problems in copper cable. Okay, so how do we avoid it? Mitigate means what is the solution? What is the solution for this? Okay, first one is cable length limit should be strictly restricted. Yani 100 meters is the maximum length, okay, which will give 1 GB data speed. Okay, so if you are more going beyond this 100 meter, what happens, the signal strength will be lost. Then how we avoid this EMI and RFI interference? We have metallic shielding and grounding. Yani we will have metallic covering, okay, aluminum foiling covering over the cables. Okay, then how do we avoid the crosstalk? We twist the opposite pair of cables. Okay, so the cables we will not put it straight, we will twist them so that one will be positive, one will be negative. So if there are positive and negative cable means no, they will cancel each other, there will be no magnetic field, so no data uh, overlap. Okay, that's how we avoid the crosstalk. Okay, then second slide, it shows different types of copper cable. Unshielded twisted pair. This is used in our normal network scenarios. Okay, in our lab also. There is unshielded means there is no covering for this twisted pair cable. Okay, shielded twisted pair. See, there will be a covering. So they are covering our cable. Okay, the twisted pair cable. Now coaxial cable. It's a coaxial. See, copper cable. Okay, copper is going through this only. The data is sent. Okay, so they have so much of covering, coaxial. We'll discuss each one in detail. Unshielded twisted pair, see, 1 2 3. One is the outer covering, see, outer jacket. So inside the jacket only all the cables are twisted, everything is here. Okay, so outer jacket protects copper fiber from physical damage. So physically somebody is trying to damage the cable, this covering will protect you. Okay, twisted pair, see, these two lines, okay, orange white orange, green white green, blue white blue, or brown white brown, they are not parallel, they are twisted each other, twisted one above another, twisted. Okay, zigzag format. Okay, why? Because we have to protect from interference. Okay, then we have color coded plastic insulation, so the cable is being insulated by plastic material so that we can avoid interference again. Okay, then shielded twisted pair, we have a covering. See, 1 2 3 4. First one is outer covering for protecting the cable from physical damage. Second one is aluminum foil covering for EMI or interference protection. Third one is another covering for protecting the pair of cables. Then we have on the cable we have plastic insulation to protect each other. No crosstalk, no interference, nothing. Okay. Advantage of this shielded twisted pair is better noise protection. So it can be protected from noise compared to UTP. But it's more expensive because see the material itself have more coverings, aluminum covering, foil covering, plastic covering. So better, it's more expensive. Harder to install. Installing this cable is very hard. And it's terminated with RJ45. Okay, sometimes we have different types of connectors. Normally RJ45 are used in UTP. Okay, you remember I show you RJ45 connector. Okay, at the end of the cable, how do we connect the cable to the computer's LAN port? We need RJ45 connector. Okay, that is actually used in the UTP cable, and that is the one you use to connect the computers to switch and router. Okay, and here also we use RJ45, but sometimes they will use different types of connectors for shielded twisted pair. Coaxial cable means here we have four components. See, first one is outer cable to protect from physical damage. Then next one we have metallic covering. Okay. Then next we have plastic insulation. Plastic means it will not pass current. Okay, insulation. Last one is copper conductor. Through this only the signals are transmitted. Copper cable. And there we use different types of connectors, B and C, N type and F type. So RJ45, they use different types of connectors, but it's very costly. They used in wireless installation from antennas to the wireless device. Okay, we have a wireless antenna. From there, with cable we use to connect the devices. We use this one, wireless coaxial cable. Okay, cable internet installation. So we have cable TV network, no? So cable internet, no? So in India we have Asianet and all are providing cable internet. Okay, from there also, how do we connect the cable? So the devices we use this type of cable. Okay. Then UTP cable, unshielded twisted pair. Okay, the properties. See here, we have outer covering. Then there is no more covering. We have pair of cables. See, pair means two cables or wires are twisted each other, and this is pair. Another pair, another pair. So how many pair? 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs. See the colors: orange, white, orange, blue, white, blue, green, green, white, brown, brown, white. Okay. And here, what is the advantage? How do we limit the crosstalk? We have two pair of cable. One pair is positive, one is negative. See here, orange, white, and orange. One will be positive, one will be negative. So if they twist, they are twisted together. The magnetic fields will cancel each other because they are different polarity. One is positive, one negative. So the magnetic fields will cancel each other. So there is no crosstalk, no signal sharing. Okay, and it is twisted so that we can avoid crosstalk. Okay, interference also we can avoid. Then standards for UTP. Who established the standards? TIA or EIA, Telecommunication Industrial Association. Okay, of US. They will mention what type of cables. We have category 3 type cable, 5 and 5E cable, 6 type. Okay, we are using category 5 cable. Maybe. Okay, cable length. It will determine how much should be the length of each cable. Like category 3, 100-meter length. What about the speed? 10 Mbps. Category 5 and 5E, 100 Mbps and 1 Gbps, up to 1 Gbps speed. Ethernet is used Ethernet. Okay. LAN. In our college and all, we use category 5. Category 6 speed is 10 Gbps, 100-meter length, but using Giga Ethernet. Faster. Okay. And the connectors used in unshielded twisted pair is RJ45. Then cable termination. So how do we make the cable? We have crimping tools. Okay. You can check the video I put for how do we perform the crimping. Then after making the cable, okay, how do we test? We have different types of cable tester, Fluke network devices there to check whether the cable you made is success or failure. What about the speed of the cable? Okay. Then 3 types of cables we have: category 3, category 5 and 5, category 6. So different types of connectors. See RJ45 inside the RJ45. What is say? This is the connector. So this one you have to connect to the cable. Now inside that it looks like this. Now poorly terminated UTP cable. So if you ask somebody to make a UTP cable, they didn't do properly, means it will be like this. There will be a gap between the cable covering and the cable and the RJ45. Now see, this is not having any gap. This is properly terminated. Good way of making the cable. Okay. Straight through and crossover. So here there are two standards, T568A and T568B. So T568A means green, white and green is one pair. Orange, white and orange make another pair. Blue and blue, white make another pair. Brown, white and brown make another pair. Here the color, see, changes. Here we start with green, white and green. Here we will be starting with orange, white and orange. The color is changing. This is T568B. Now, based on the different types of cables, this also keep changing. See, I am using Ethernet straight through Yani. Straight through Yani, both ends should be same type. So either it will be two side will be T568A or both side will be T568B. They are used to connect host to network device, any computer to switch, computer to router. Okay. Ethernet crossover Yani, one end of the cable will be A, another one will be B. Okay, they are used to connect host to host, same similar device, computer to computer, switch to switch, router to router, crossover. Rollover means Cisco proprietary cable. They are used for connecting a computer to a router and to switch for configuration like crossover. This one console cable. Console cables are coming under rollover. Other one are straight through and crossover are used in LAN. Okay, here it is the console cable comes under rollover. Okay, you remember console cable, blue color cable. If you want to configure a router, you want to connect the computer to router or switch by using console cable. That console cable is actually rollover type. The other two are LAN cables, straight through and crossover. Okay, fiber optic cable. See, the diagram itself shows the data is sent as light information, and we are using fiber materials, not copper. Okay, thin strands of glass material through which the lights are passed. Light information is passed. Okay, so very expensive because the construction of fiber optic cable, the material we use, the glass material, everything will be costly. So that's it's very costly. Ideal for some networking scenario like CCTV and all. Then transmit data over longer distance. Okay, if you are transmitting data under the sea from one city to another city, higher bandwidth we need, higher speed we need, we go for which one? Fiber optic. Less susceptible to attenuation and protect completely immune from EMI RFI. So attenuation means signal strength losses when you are transmitting data in a longer distance, but here not like that. Fiber optic cable is especially used for sending data into longer distance because it's very costly, right? So we can use it for maximum. Completely protected from EMI RFI and flexible, extremely thin strands of pure glass. So that is actually a glass material. Through this glass material only light information is passed. It's flexible. It is not like a straight like an arrow. It can be flexible, bended. Okay. Uses laser or LED to encode bits as pulse of light. So whenever we have bits of data, how do we send through this glass material, fiber optic cable? Either we use laser beam or we use LEDs. Okay. There are two types of fiber optic media: single mode fiber and multi mode. Single mode means the data transfer, the information bits will transfer as light information in only one direction, straight path. This is used with the help of a laser beam. Okay, there's a core part where the information is transmitted, and it has a laser beam, so it flows in only one direction. Single mode fiber. This is used for long distance communication, and this one is multi mode fiber. See here, we use a bigger core, and here we have LEDs which will transmit data in different angles, not in a single direction, up and down, multiple direction they will send, and is used for lesser range in 10 Gbps or 550 meters. Okay, communication inside the LAN. Then what is the application of fiber optic cables? One is enterprise network. So uses a backbone cabling application interconnecting infrastructure devices, yani between floor to floor, one router to another floor. Okay, building to building. I have to connect one networking setup in a building to another building. We use fiber optic, and server rooms also. Okay, fiber to home. Nowadays, Nomantel is providing fiber to home. FTTH or Ooredoo also providing. They are using this fiber optic cabling. Always on broadband services to homes and small companies. Long haul network means service provided for connecting countries. Okay, if you want to connect different countries or cities, we use fiber optic cable. Submarines, yani the undersea cabling. There we use high speed. We need high speed, high capacity networking solution under the sea. They use fiber optic cable. Okay. Different types of connectors. In the copper, we are using RJ45, but in fiber, we use straight tip connector, LC symbol connector, subscriber connector, duplex multi-mode connector. So different types of connectors. Okay. And we have single mode fiber means yellow color cables, orange means multi-mode fiber. Single mode means laser beam going faster in only one direction. Light will go in one direction, one path. Okay, single path. Multi-mode means we use the LEDs. Okay, multiple directions that is transmitted. Then comparing fiber and UTP, the bandwidth, the speed 10 Mbps, 20 Gbps copper, but in fiber optic 10 Mbps starting to up to and will go up to 100 gigabits per second. Distance 1 to 100 meters maximum we can cover, but this is more than 1 lakh meters. See? EMI immunity to EMI and RFA, yani it is affected by interference, but this is highly protected from interference. Immunity to electric hazards. Immunity means protection So electric hazards, if you have higher voltage is coming in the cable, maybe the network get damaged. Okay, this is protected. Media and connector cost, so RJ45 and the connectors are very low cost, but here the straight tip or any other connector is very costly for fiber optic. Installation skills, anybody can install it. Okay, just go for a normal shop, they will do. But for fiber optic cabling, the the trained person will come from Omantel and they will install that fiber optic cable installations. Okay, safety precautions is lowest, but this is having higher safety precautions. Okay, then wireless media, if you want to send the data, the binary data using radio waves or microwave signals, we use wireless. Okay, it's having greatest mobility. And you can take a mobile phone. If you have Wi-Fi connection, no, or wireless connection, you can keep your devices moving. Okay, wired means you cannot take your laptop. No, if you're connected to a desktop is connected to a wired network, you cannot take it. But if it is connected to a Wi-Fi network, you can move on. Okay, you can move on. You can just move on and connect to the network. Okay, limitation is coverage area. Sometimes, no, if you are keeping a Wi-Fi router behind a wall, it cannot penetrate. So what happens? The signal strength will be lost. Okay, depends upon the location. So example, our college, when you're entering the college, when you enter the gate, okay, when you enter the main gate, you are connected to network. Okay, but when you are moving out of the gate, no, that far away means the network gets disconnected. The coverage area is a big issue. Okay, interference means, say the same. There are so many devices with the same frequency. Mean they will disturb, interfere with the wireless device. Okay, security. So some we need to, there are different types of method of authentication. Sometimes, no, the people will not give passwords for wireless network. So what happens? Anybody can enter the Wi-Fi network, because when they turn on the Wi-Fi, they can easily connect to Wi-Fi. So that's why they always ask you to give a password. Sometimes even if you give us easy password, so people will guess. So what we need is we have to give a good password, follow the policies. So how much characters you need for the putting the password, capital letter, small letter, like that. Okay, encrypt the data. Then we can even hide the SSID or the network name. But still, there are some people who will crack the password. Okay, shared medium. So this is shared wireless LAN operating half duplex. Yani only one device can send or receive a data at a time. So we are sharing that wireless LAN among devices. Okay, then different wireless standards. Wi-Fi is actually IEEE 802.11 for wireless LAN. Bluetooth means IEEE 802.15. So the name of these standards are important. Okay, so it's for personal network. Okay, Bluetooth connectivity between my mobile phone, then so my wireless keyboard, my wireless mouse and all happens. WiMAX IEEE 802.16. So broadband wireless access. Zigbee is for IoT, connecting the IoT sensors, IoT actuators. We use Zigbee IEEE 802.15.4. Low data rate, low power consumption device. Okay. Then wireless LAN requires following devices. Okay, wireless access point and wireless NIC adapter. So NIC adapter, to connect the particular mobile phone or laptop to the wireless network, we need wireless NIC, network interface card. Okay, even if you have a dongle also, you can connect the normal desktop computer to wireless, because dongle itself has wireless adapter, NIC adapter. Okay, access point is a device which we are connecting the wireless clients to the network, and the other side of the network, the router will be the wired network. Okay, so we are connecting the wired device to the wireless network, and finally to the wired network through wireless access point. Okay, in our college also we have access point. Okay, so one side of the access point will be the LAN, the complete infrastructure of a network. Okay, a college. There I am going to connect my mobile phone. So this wireless access point will connect you to the network. Okay, these are all coming under the practical we already done. Okay, the chapter 4. Hope you understood. If you have a doubt, you can come back to me. Okay, see you then.